Time for PZX to show us how he can play his early game.
Yeah, gonna go straight towards that one, something you hit on earlier. Just a very good early game skirmishing jungler. One of the only junglers that has a really strong, potent level 2 gank if you just want to go, you know, buff and wrap around either mid or head towards bot. They're also going to bring out Lulu to buff up PZX in the jungle to be an even more potent frontliner, but still not a ton of scaling damage on the side of Victory 5. Definitely all about brawling in that early game. And now for the side of WE, we're seeing them hover the Zoe. This is Mole's go-to pick. It would be our first time seeing Viego in the top lane, and we're getting it.
Okay, we get the Viego top for Breathe, the man who played Lee Sin to such clean mechanics last time. And now with champion number 5 in their third series.
Easily out other champions at level 1. We saw Invincible try to go for the engage, but I feel like Harrowed Path should really be able to shut that down. But PZX going to look for this gank early with the fact that Breathe does have that push.
He might have to use that Harrowed Path you're talking about to get himself out. Spectrum Orb flashes away from the Sonic Wave, but the Audacious Charge. The path finally reveals itself, but Breathe is already dead. First blood over to PZX.
And just
up in the top side, PZX wants to dive again. There's no flash available, but the Heartbreaker is PZX. Too deep though, and Breathe will get the first kill. Not able to reset there off of the passive, so Invincible hits him back.
WE though.
Okay, that's
looks like they might get punished.
Uniboy has the wild growth available, used on ZYF, missing behind enemy lines, and will drop to Kepler. But the auto attack at the end, he thought it was enough. Q comes through, deadly flourish. Oh, thank you. That would have hurt to see him get away. So V5 really making use.
Yeah, really interesting coming out from him. We've seen Mo Sinzao so
Good
far.
interruptions.
Oh, big equalizer.
ZYF is just dead before we even start the play. Uniboy's joined in as well. The curtain call was exactly the opposite for WE. And ZYF meets his mate. PZX keeps hovering. Okay, well, we're just going to start the fight. I guess PZX is going to go for the engage. Bait Shunk targeted. And V5 find another one. Another good pick here and another good moment for the Sinzao jungle. Throughout their line as they walk through in like it's Congo or something. Shirelia's pop, Chains of Corruption on the other end though. The poke over to Uniboy puts him at half health while Wild Growth is used on the support. Breathe gets the first kill on Invincible, and for V5 the poke damage continues on. Mole over the wall, WE very low, but it doesn't matter. The kill goes over, Invincible's dead. And now for WE that told me about is starting to get more and more threatening, more and more menacing as well.
Yeah, the thing is, though, they're not in too bad of a position, right? You have a lot of
maybe they are now. PZX nuked down, 25 kill streak, and Breathe looking to close this one up. He doesn't have the Heartbreaker. It was used early, but ZYF the kill on the other side as the depth charge follows Uniboy over the wall.
Because if V5 drop all their damage at once, we see what happened like in that last fight. Members just get instantly deleted. Nice bubble.
Doesn't have ultimate available for PZX. He's moving back in as Invincible comes back in as well. Mole on Zoe. Yeah, PZX walks up to the turret.
So we know Horizon Focus also does give more AP. Kepler though going to start to engage.
And look at where PZX is. Wind becomes lightning, doesn't connect. Has to put the ulti out. Invincible on the back line. Kick available, but he hasn't picked his target. Sonic Wave doesn't connect and missing the only dead man right now as Mole over the wall pokes down ZYF as TP is response. PZX right on top of him. Breed now needs to get the hell out of there with the Harrowed Path, but Equalizer ready to turn it around. There's the Heartbreaker as well. Breed poking them down with his mighty long sword as Kepler's in, ready for the fourth shot. He's used the Gale Force here, but V5 alive still remains strong, and WE can't get the kills to get the reset for Viego, so it all fizzles out.
Yeah, the Wild Growth is nice.
One to note that has a Seeker's Armor Guard lyric with a Fiendish Codex. Now, as Solar Flare comes down, do I have time? Chains of Corruption misses well, maybe not. ZYF, the AP-ish Leona, is now going to be in a hard place with Breed coming in from the flank. Here's Mole as well, jumping into the field, but PZX pulls out the ulti while into the engage. Invincible, ZYF, it's a wombo of all sorts here. The Wild Growth from Uniboy yet again, absolutely gorgeous, as WE have lost their bottom lane completely.
And V5 using that Wild Growth offensively, right? We see Leona go in, stun comes out, knock up immediately to follow through. Beishang's ultimate completely whiffing. Bubble! Mole? Nope, not going to be able to get it, but still Uniboy extremely low. I wonder if they can actually do this Baron. Mole can put off a lot of poke. Breathe does have his ultimate available as well.
But PZX doesn't look at the face of the Baron. He hides behind, luckily, 3.5k. Mole poking down. Breathe is there. Beisheng engaged on. They turn for V5. They're low, but they want to take down the Rumble with him, who buys time with the goldenness as Breathe is now in the whip of the fight. He resets. He heals as well. Sovereign's domination yet again. Breathe now has himself an audacious charge. The Sonic Wave connects, but the trouble bubble from downtown. Molly, Molly, Molly! The wild grows on death though. Is it enough to keep Invincible alive? Sonic Wave resonating strike, and the Dragon's Rage make it close. But WE win out in the end.
And we're seeing why WE have relied on their top half of the map so much coming into this split. I can understand what V5 were going. WE are going to be happy taking that. Then you can just group up top side if they do want to look for the immediate end, but with the fact they're on Soul Point, Missing might be caught out.
Yeah, I mean, V5 went so
Missing is caught out.
and Missing's dead. Invincible teleports in. The Baron's going to be started here while Red Buff being taken away. I think it actually went over to Elk in the end, but 5 versus 4. V5 technically have this advantage.
Yeah, V5, I think you're going to have to be incredibly decisive with their engage, right? You can't just let Varus and Zoe poke you out while you are in this confined area. Looks like ZYF very aggressively posturing for this. Equalizer not really going to do too much.
All right, curtain call there. It's going to lay into one person. Breathe once again with the Heartbreaker. Flashes back over to the rest of WE. Mole there to clean it up. But PZX, one more hit, negating the Ignite for now as Uniboy in range of Mole. Flashes away while Invincible takes the damage and stays. The poke from Elk, the speed up from Mole. It's a quick double over to this WEAD while minion waves crash and V5 are just running home.
Yeah, with a 5v3, this should be WE's game to end. Mole even having another flash. Members are going to go
and
down.
Another one. And another one, Lyric. It's a double kill yet again. 5-0-4. Mole showed up in this game. And WE clean it up in the end. It's a 34-minute game. It wasn't a stomp, but it sure was an interesting game, number one.
At the very least, I think it was definitely the best individual game we've seen out from Mole so far on WE. Beisheng as well, I think he did have some